on the outside, and he divers around the outside, and Sam does it. What a move!
Oh no, look at Jerry! Oh, out of nowhere!
Oh my gosh, and we have a battle for the lead, and Pickles has done it. I was so wrong. And there's a change for the lead on the final lap.
Hello everybody and welcome to our tier 3 race. I didn't have much time to prepare anything, so I'm live commentating the hot lap that Eder submitted. I did put it into the Streamlabs, so yeah, hoped everything goes well. Normally I do like maybe 7 or 10 reruns of this, but here we go. So we here at the track of Mexico in a beautiful Red Bull Racing Point from Eder here in the Perez car. He is also Mexican on this long straight where lots of overtaking possibilities are really going to occur. Into this first corner, you want to hit that apex on the left, on the right, and on the right again, then full on the throttle, DRS on, and then we're coming into the S section, or a little bit slow section here. You want to brake at the 100 meter mark, take all the curb. Eder is not doing that, hits the apex perfectly, keep it in third gear. Then you want to look at that pole on the left side and maybe even downshift to 1. He keeps it in second. Then onto this S section, hitting every apexes in all the curves. Really nice work here from Eder. Taking his S section like nowhere he is going. He's doing that perfectly. Hit that curb. Fourth gear, fifth gear. Brake really wide here. Then you slow in your car to the left side. Hit that apex on the left side. And then the last turn here. Onto the start finishing line, and whoa, what a lap, hope everybody enjoyed that one. Well, thank you for submitting your clip there, Eder, and back to the commentary box. With me as always on the Mondays is Josh. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Glad to be back here commentating another tier 3 race.
Yeah, you're looking forward to the track of Mexico in the tier 3 race. Any guys you want to see up on the top 3 positions there?
Yeah, Mexico's it's a pretty good track. It's another one of these weird ones where you need the downforce for like the middle and last sector, but then there's obviously that really long straight, which I do quite like the long straight into the sort of little chicane. Then you've got another straight to try and re-overtake. But I'm on the baby girl train. I want to see him up there getting a podium, and Jet Atom as well, because Jet's had a good few races, but he's always, or the past few races he's had difficulties where he's had to fight through the pack. So it'd be nice to see him just start from the front of the pack, and also Josh EO, who's our new driver for this week. He was actually here back when TTM first started. He was my teammate in the mini-series.
So the double Joshes.
Yeah.
The twins.
But at that point no one knew my name was Josh, so it was alright. No confusion there. But yeah, he's a good clean driver, so I'm excited to see what he can produce here in Tier 3.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to both new drivers there. A friend of Joa joined last race at USA. Really good performance there from him. He scored in the end there a P3. And yeah, Josh, we also saw him competing one time, I think, in the Tier 2 race. Then he had to leave the league for other reasons, and now he's back into Tier 3. He's a pretty decent driver. I think he can be at the same pace as Baby Girl, LMB, and that kind of drivers. Yeah, and also Jet Atom, really good driver the last half of this season. And especially his qualifying pace is really really good. But then you always get tangles up in incidents and moving him to the back where he needs to think about the alternative strategy. And yeah, that did work out on Japan, but didn't work out on the USA one. Although at USA he didn't had any penalties. And still came in fourth. So yeah, looking forward to Jet Atom, Monty. Sam is not driving there today, and especially Benji. I think we're gonna see some really good performance here at the qualification. You think they're gonna be in the 113s or no, maybe the 112s?
We've seen Sam pull out some pretty good qualifying laps, so I think he might be able to squeeze into the 12s.
He's
But
not
yeah,
here
like you-
today.
Sam is.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't racing.
Sam's in the lobby.
Oh, okay.
Monty's not here, I don't think.
Oh, maybe I misread that then on the Discord.
But yeah, like you were saying with Jet Atom, he's got to try and keep out of trouble today, especially through the first few corners. It's on the first lap. It goes from a very wide track to a very tight sort of few corners, so he's got to keep out there. But I'm expecting a good race.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous for the start of the race when the qualification is over, because that's a really really long straight to that first corner. Where do you want to start, the P2 or P1? What's better?
Oh,
Because you got a massive slipstream here to the turn one. If you get a really good launch of the starting finishing line, you can do something with your overtake. But if you don't have a really good start, then you can end up in like P4, P5.
yeah,
You-
start is going to be key. I think even the people on the second row, I think in real life before we've seen someone in third or fourth even take the lead into turn one, so it's a very long run. If anything, I'd maybe want to be starting third so I can get that slipstream and try and get past the two drivers ahead.
Yeah, is a pet driver a little bit of an advantage with the starts? Because I see you have always a good start, and Ace Watch as well, and I know they both you both use the pad. Is there something special about the pad and the launch of the start finishing line?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just something with traction. It's just kind of easy to get down. Like everyone always says, I'm amazing in the wet, and I think most of that is because I can just control the traction better on a pad. And I think it's the same with the start. It's just I can get the revs at the right range, keep them there, and then it's easier to be at higher revs, so accelerate faster, quicker, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what
Try
you
and
mean.
get like less wheel spin off the start.
Yeah, we're gonna see this unfold in a couple of minutes. I think these guys are almost ready to ready up. As I'm looking at my screen, they're checking if everybody is in the lobby. Any rain predictions today, Josh?
I think it's going to stay dry. I hope it stays dry because, yeah, dry races tend to be better around here, especially. Well, I mean, I haven't done any practice, but I know from past games this track's quite high on tyre wear, so it might be interesting to see what strategies unfold.
Yeah, well, about this strategy, I do also hope that these guys have a dry race, and every other tier has a dry race. Since it's Mexico, it looks like very nice weather there if you just hear the name Mexico. Strategy-wise, I think you have to do. You already said like it's gonna be a heavy wear for the tires. I think it's a must to do 2 stops here. Or do you reckon it's also possible with these soft to hards? Maybe you can do 1 stop if you start on the mediums.
Yeah, maybe some of the guys who'd be at the front, like Sam, Baby Girl, Benji, maybe it might be worth them trying to set a time on mediums and try and do a one stop.
Yeah. But then again, if everybody, I don't think you can. Although if somebody's really really quick though, then you can manage to do a 113 on the mediums. But I think the mediums are like 1.5 minutes slower or something, 1.1 seconds. As we're going into the lobby. I will wait for the Josh top 10 when we do the qualifying break. We are going to switch over to the live screen right now and see what the weather is going to be like. Hopefully this time the widgets will work. It still says game is not connected on my SimHub, and otherwise we just do it like we did a couple of last times with only the F1 telemetry. I think how many drivers do we have?
I think we had 16.
Yeah, that's about correct, I think. I don't see the new oh yeah, Josh is in. And we are in, and it's raining. Oh no, not again. I'll try and reload every freaking widget. And hopefully it works now. I don't hear any desktop thingies though. Somebody is out for a lap.
Yeah, I think that might be Joey's just come out for a lap. Yep, Joey's just come out for a lap.
GP. And the widgets are working. Woohoo! I do need to add some game sound on my Elgato. Yes, there we have it. GP. I don't know who I call GP, but I think it's Joa. Yeah, I think it's Joa. He is the first one to do the hot lap here. I'll check if the halo is also working. Oh, halo is working as well. Oh, this definitely not going to be into the 113s today at the at this weather. It's always exciting to do intermediate qualification. I don't know what the weather is going to be like in the race. Joa going for his first lap here. Let's see if he can keep it between the lines, because the track of Mexico is really harsh on the penalty system, as I noticed when I was practicing for this race. So far so good for GP. Such a purple sector with a 31 flat. Really cautious here. Oh, he's going to the S section, where invalidation is really hard, as somebody else already sets a purple sector and beat Joa's time there. He's taking it really cautiously, on the brakes, off the throttle through this S section. I think it's just a really cautious banker lap there, Josh, for Joa.
Yeah, if I was these drivers, I'd put a load of fuel in and just go out and do laps. Get used to this track in intermediate conditions, and just make sure that you're setting times, because if it's staying like this, you know, the track should only get quicker. As Joe comes around with a 128.151, our first lap of the day, as our new tier 3 driver Josh goes 26.6, Niag second 27.9.
Oh, as the Pepaloosa 1/10 away from the new Jarnus, both hit the 126s there. Ewan is on a lap. A high rise in the pits.
I've just jumped on board with Sam. Although it doesn't look like he's setting any spectacular sector 2s.
No, he's like
so.
half a tenth down on the time of Josh.
Let's see what he can do through this final sector. Coming up towards the line. It's only a 27.4. So someone won't be improving that. But maybe he's just got a load of fuel on board and just doing laps.
Yeah, just trying to get the hang of it. And then just go for it. Coles 3 tenths down, 4 tenths down. I think Josh is setting lap after lap now. As Josh improves his time by 1/10 there, 126.5. I don't know what a good time is on the Inters though.
No, me neither. But yeah, one thing to note is if it is dry on the race, some of the drivers might be having dry setups on, so they might be struggling a little bit in this qualifying session.
Joel Coles is the next one to pass the start finishing line. So far it's looking good. I think he's around 128, 27. 27.7 there. Benji's still on the pit. And I think Josh, Sam, 2 purple sectors there. He's almost half a second up on the time, and yes, 125.8. I think you were right there, Josh, with the that he was just fueling his car and just doing laps after lap after lap.
Yeah, he might. I think he's going for another one because he's in hot lap mode. But yeah, I think that's the strategy, just try and do laps and laps and laps, and then you can always come in and slap on a fresh set of inters, depending on if it's going to rain in the race or not.
I'm on board with Jet Atom there. The green sector. He's just finished the S section. He's 7 tenths down on Sam's time. So that puts him P2, P3. Depends on how he does this last part of the track.
And interestingly, Lewis Johnson and Baby Girl have both come out on the soft tyres, so I wonder if it's going to start drying up towards the end of the session.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like preempt the track getting quicker and quicker. Or driver even.
On board with Joa as he invalidates his lap there. Teapot trying his best. It's already a really hard track, and then to do the qualification on the intermediates doesn't make anything more easier. He doesn't improve his time. I think he will come in. Lewis Johnson is indeed, as Baby Girl, is also allowed on a lap on the softs. Doesn't look very slippery, but also not very fast, but
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I'm on board with Baby Girl, and he did like 30 points something in the first sector. But it wasn't purple. Maybe it's that sort of, or he looks all over the place through these
Yeah.
S's section. Or as he spins it there and loses
Yeah.
it, puts it into the wall.
definitely not time there for
The slick tyres, no.
no.
Such a shame for Baby Girl as well.
Benji is on an outlap. Who else is on a lap? LB? No, he's three seconds down on Sam's time. A lot of people are in the 126s, by the way. Look at those time from P2 to P6, P7 even. On board with LMB here. What a beautiful car here. The yellow and black stripes. He needs to do with 30.5 in the first sector. What's he gonna do here? Did he make a really good run? Most of the time he does pretty well. 2/10. He's up on his time though. But he's 2/10 down on Sam's time. So he is improving. Coming into the S section right now, it's I reckon it's really difficult also because you want to hit those curbs, especially also because it's invalidated. Niak. He's 1 second down on Sam's time. He didn't improve his first sector, crushing the finishing line at 126.8. Also in the 126s. So the only one to do 125 is Sam right now, and he improved by 110 on his first sector there, Josh. You still here?
Yeah, sorry. Just trying to sort out streaming, but yeah.
Half a second up on his time, Sam. Going through this last part. He has some traffic ahead. Distracted maybe a little bit, and I do think it's gonna rain a little bit harder, so we not going to see people on the soft tire. Sam crushing the finishing line. I think he improves, but 1.1 second faster there.
That's a statement to the rest of the drivers. But yeah, the two, well, I say new people, the two newest tier 3 drivers, only separated by the smallest of margins, showing us why they, or it was Benji even, goes up into P2, but still
8
just under a second, well, yeah, 8/10 behind Sam. That's a massive margin.
Well, he has put some fuel in there, Josh, so he's definitely going for a couple of runs then. Yes, he gets a little bit oversteer there, Benji. Don't think he is improving his own time. No, he's almost half a second down. And Popolooza, yeah, he's going into the pits. Vivid Pup invalidates his lap. One dongs. Has a little bit of traffic ahead, but he is on an outlap, and LMB is he invalidates as well.
On board with UNK now, starting his lap, trying to get a time on the board.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes left, so he definitely has to put a lap on the board here. He takes it really... Oh, misses that apex completely there. No DRS in these conditions. His first sector time is almost half a second slower than Sam is. Still puts him in P2. Keep it between the lines there, Ewan. Goes wide here again. On to the S section here. Hit that curb on the in and outside. He avoid those. I think he's avoiding those because of the rainy conditions. Oh, look at the time Sam gained on him in that second sector there. 1 second down, but he is going to try and set a lap there. It still puts him around P4, P5 if he nails this last part of the track. Just keeps it close to the right side. 128 flat there. He lost a lot of time in the last sector there.
Yeah, and we've got a... Oh, I think someone's just going to say to get a little bit of a gap. But yeah, I don't know if it looks like it to you, but to me it looks like it's maybe raining a little bit heavier.
Yeah, it's raining heavier than it was.
So...
And somebody put it on the soft. I think that's Lewis Johnson.
yeah, I'm going to ride on board with Josh, see if he can improve his time. Going through sector 1.
Yeah,
He goes purple
purple.
in sector 1, 2 tenths though.
He's half a second up on Sam's time. So he definitely put on a new fresh of Inters.
Yeah, probably drained all the fuel out as well, going for one final lap. Maybe even 2 final laps, because he does have the time. So here, it just... Or hitting the apex nicely, to be fair. How quick can he get on the throttle here? He almost loses it. Through sector 2. He's up on his time, but...
6 tenths down on Sam's time. Which puts him still in P2 there with Benji.
through the final corner now. Where can he drag? Can he drag himself up to P2?
Yes!
He does.
He improves. What a lap. And Papalosa is also in the pits fitting on those softs.
Well, I don't think he'll be coming out for a lap because he doesn't have time to come out for a lap. Although Lewis Johnson is coming through, or coming to start his lap now even.
Well, he's
But-
out on the softs, but it's raining too hard in that last section.
Yeah, 100%. I think this is more of a I'll try something
Oh, and
different.
Sam is up on his time again, 2 tenths. He is going to smash these guys if he's going to improve yet again. Through the S section here. Misses that apex, but maybe does that on purpose so he hits that right and left apex. Oh, invalidates. What a shame.
And Lewis Johnson spun out on his soft tyres.
I'm on board with Benji.
Yeah,
He's
I've
the
just
one-
flicked on board with him as well.
He's the one who can, but he has to make up like 9 tenths almost.
Yeah, that is a very big margin that Sam has got himself. Put through here, nicely done. What will his sector 1 time be? Oh,
He's not
Oops.
far off from
No.
Sam. Well, he still has to everything to play for P2 and P1 there. Looks really stable though. That curb on the right side is so dangerous on these wet conditions. So as he almost lost it there. He doesn't invalidate his time though.
That was so close to invalid, but he's run out of fuel. That's so unfortunate as well.
Oh,
He
He was
was on
tre-
such a good lap.
he doesn't have time to do another one though.
Anyone else still out on the lap?
Vivid Pup.
Pup.
He does seem to improve. I think he can put his car. P4!
What a lap there.
So close to Benji's time there. I think that's it. Everybody else is in the pits. Only Sam is still out. Oh, he just went into the pits.
I think that lap from Vivid Pup might be my lap of the session.
Yeah, but
That was a-
also, did he put on the softs?
Vivid Pup, no. Vivid's on.
Oh, Pepelosa.
Yeah, Pepperlace didn't come out though, I don't think. I just think he put them
Yeah.
on in the garage and then.
No, I'm on board with him.
Oh, okay.
You wanna do the run?
Alright, we've got Sam on pole with a 25.3. Then our new driver this week, Josh EO31, in second. Benji rounds off the top three. Then we've got Vivid Pup in fourth, Pepulacer in fifth, LMB in sixth, Jet Atom in seventh, Wong Dong in eighth, Niag in ninth, and Lewis Johnson rounds off the top 10. And we've got UNK in 11th, Joa in 12th, Coles in 13th, F1 High Rise in 14th, TTM Teapot in 15th, and then rounding off our tier 3 runners is TTM Baby Girl.
Yeah, he didn't set a lap. He crashed out on the softs. If you just tune in, and you normally see like Baby Girl in the top 3. We're gonna watch the top moments of this week. I'm not gonna finish everything, so because otherwise it's just a little bit too long. We will be back at 5 past again. So whenever that's gonna be, I'm gonna kill the video, and you should definitely watch the rest, and probably the top 3 back on YouTube. Have fun.
1, 2, 3. 5 red lights, and we're away here for round 19 of the US Grand Prix. Hit.
Duck, duck, go. Found a pussy in a dollar bin. Guess you forgot your Galana bin. Can't get loose, get your guts, got your tongue again. Rope burn on your hand, are you numb yet? I can go into dedication. Morning night, I can deal with everything. Every night, I can make it like home.
Pepulacer in
He comes around the final corner for the last time to take the win at the US Grand Prix. What a drive from him. No penalties either. Unstoppable there from Jerry. Incredible.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video here at TT Motorsport. It's that time of the week again. It's top 10 moments. This time we head off to USA. Only 3 races left, so everything's getting quite close in the championship. But with that being said, let's get straight into it. Top 10. We've got Thomason versus Curry. Thomason, also known as Michael, here in the wet conditions of our Tier 1 race. At this point in time as well, there's a bit of a crossover period between the wets and the inters. Michael on those wet tyres, making full advantage of the tyre advantage that he has over Curry, who's stuck out on those intermediates, and gets better traction out of him. And down this straight, he's using ERS trying to pull that gap to just get ahead of Curry and into the braking zone. he moves across to the right hand side and goes up a place into P9, get past the Ferrari driver there. On to number 9 we have Rebel and his switchback from our tier 2 race, on board with Rebel here. He's got Small Hands behind him. Rebel's starting on those hard tyres as well, whereas Small Hands is on the softs. So the advantage is in Small Hands' favour at the moment. As you see in his rearview mirror, he's just gone to the left, dives down the inside, but Rebel, wise, lets him get the position and then gets a good switchback through turn 1 and down the hill into turn 2. He has regained the place that he lost there. Great wits there from the tier 2 driver to pull off that re-overtake. And on to number 8 we have Rebel again, who keeps it ahead. As we're about to see coming into the final corner of the last lap, he gets hit from behind from M-Still, a little tap there, but it makes him lose a load of time to the drivers behind. So as he looks behind, he's got Steve JD going past M-Still and GB292, the teammates battling behind. And then up into turn 1, he goes around the outside, keeps it around the outside, goes a little bit off track, almost loses it, but keeps it all pointing the right way, and goes from, you know, potentially losing 3 places there to keeping his original position. So good car control there from Rebel. On to number 7, we have Shifty, learning from his co-tier 2 driver how to do a good switchback. And he actually does the switchback on Rebel, so giving him a bit of a taste of his own medicine. Into this hairpin we go. Looks like Shifty's got ahead, but Rebel on that right hand side gets better drive out the corner. Shifty goes for the first lot of the switchbacks. Through this tight and twisty section, gets hit a bit wide, but actually helps him get a tighter line through this second hairpin, and up past Rebel he goes, but off an excellent switchback move there. On to number 6 we have Dave versus Gunner Part 1. This is from our North American tier, fighting for the lead, on board with Dave at the moment, with Gunner ahead. Dave in the McLaren, Gunner in the Haas, repping the USA team in F1. And now Dave is gaining into this hairpin-like corner. He goes around the outside, brakes much later than Gunner there, and actually gets decent traction around the outside, which now turns to the inside, and he pops ahead for a minute there, but Gunner gets better traction on the outside, it seems, and he sticks it with him, and now Gunner has this inside line to just push Dave wide. He leaves him enough room, but just, you know, lets him know that this is my P1, you're not going to take it, and defends his P1 there very well.
Welcome back here for the race. We just give the signal to ready up. It's gonna be a dry race. Do you want to do the honors?
Oh, okay. And we got 5 red lights here, and they're away. It looks like Josh has got a good start. Past Sam. Is Vivi Pup to get past Sam as well, mate? Josh and Sam have kind of made a little bit of a gap, but Vivi Pup now in the slipstream, making his way up to P3. Sam's going to go around the outside of Josh, which then turns to the inside. Sam cuts corner a little bit there, but Josh gets his elbows out. Sam is up back into P1. I think there's a little spin of one at the back of the pack. But now coming into Sector 2, Josh drives around the outside, which turns to the inside. All very close there, but good racing from the top pair.
As Jet Atom got disconnected, is ghosted right now, and got overtaken by a really good move there from Joa on the outside. Took 2 cars in one move because of the ghosted car there. So far, so looking really nice there. I'm gonna switch over to the position changes.
Baby Girl up 7 places. So they've made a fantastic start. Joe goes down the inside of Niag into this stadium section. Keeps it round the outside. Can he keep around the outside of the final corner? Niag pushes him wide. Baby Girl on the inside.
It almost got squeezed to the pit.
Into the wall.
Yeah.
That was very aggressive there. Can Baby Girl make up another position? Into turn one. Not quite.
Well, these softs definitely are going to be worn out really fast. I think it's lap 5 or something. And then we definitely going to see those medium runners become a lot faster. As LMP also moved up 3 positions there. And Benji. Oh, and Jet Atom. We were talking about him already there, Josh, in the little bit of pre-race. Got disconnected. 8 positions down on a starting position.
But Benji now is right on the back of Vivid Puppets. Carlos picks up a 3-second time penalty already. This track is lethal for its penalties here.
Yeah, and that on the second lap. Oh, 117.5 there for Sam.
I think Teapot spun. I think he probably had contact with someone. But yeah, that was a great stop from LMB, getting himself up into 3rd place. And he's managed to gap Vivid by nearly 4 seconds, which is pretty decent for him in, what, 2-3 laps?
Yeah, definitely. It's really a train forming here with Niag, Benji, Pepelusa, and after that Baby Girl and Niag.
Benji's made a move up into P4.
Oh, goes
He
wide.
keeps it though. Oh, he manages to keep it there.
Oh, Fibbit Pup! No! He touches somebody else. He got damage. He have damage. Spun! Oh, almost! He tries to save everything that's gonna be saved, but he definitely needs to pit there.
Did he have contact with someone? Because I was looking
Yeah.
at the cars behind.
I was looking back from somebody else's car and I saw him touch. I don't know who that was. I think Pepelosa or something.
But good news for my pick of the race. Baby Girl up 10 places. And now this, well, 4th, 5th and 6th of Benji, Pepelosa and Baby Girl all on the medium tyres. All potentially doing the 1-stop, whereas all the cars ahead are on, well, probably on that 2-stop strategy.
And if I look at the ERS management from everybody in the top 4 or 5, they have nothing almost left.
Yeah, I think Baby Girl's got about half. Niag's got a bit over half. But yeah, this is
Yeah,
going to be a very interesting race.
Yeah, the ERS management here is really tough because you don't get a lot of ERS back.
No, there's only really, what, 2 heavy braking zones, maybe 3. So yeah, it's very tough, and obviously you've got that long straight. So you got to be very attentive on that ERS button. But Sam, after pulling out that sort of over a second gap, doesn't seem to be increasing the gap on 2nd place Josh as much as he was. Although looking at the times, I think Sam's maybe running a little bit less downforce because he's quite quick in a straight line.
I mean, Josh.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a higher downforce is a little bit better also for the tires. And then going for the straight line speed. You are faster on the straight line, and I tried it a couple of times, but it only saves you like 1/10, and you're so much faster in the S section. As we already see, Sam, he was at 1.9 and is now 2.3 seconds ahead. So that's 3/10 in 1 lap.
Yeah, that's meant to, as earlier on in the lap, Pepelosa got picked up their first penalty. LMB picks up a penalty as I say that as well, so penalties coming in thick and fast around here. And Baby Girl picks up a penalty as well. Everyone's picking up penalties. We're only 6 laps into this race. As
Pepelosa.
Pepelosa.
Yeah,
Can he make a
yeah,
move on Benji? He goes for it into turn 1. Benji leaves him room, but has the inside line for turn 2. Pepelosa sort of yields the position there. Can he get on him down this second DRS straight? Goes to the outside. A brave move to go around the outside here. But it turns to the inside and... Oh, it's Benji spun.
Almost.
A little bit of contact there, I think. Both
Benji,
wings are
Baby
on.
Girl, Niak. They're all going side by side in this X section. Benji doesn't want to give up. He loses already 2 positions and there's contact.
yeah. Benji. Oh no.
Safety car. Oh no. Thank you for the cheer there, Curie. Really, really thank you.
So much to take away from that. I think from Benji's sort of half spin, he gave Baby Girl damage, and then coming into the S's section, was too focused on Baby Girl. As now everyone is pitting. Well, the top 6 are pitting, and I think Benji was just too focused on fighting Baby Girl and forgot that Niag was behind.
Yeah, I think so too, but I have to see it from their point of view, of course.
Yeah. As Sam and Josh have both pitted, and LB, and have gone on to another set of soft tyres.
So they're definitely going for soft medium then.
Yeah. Whereas Pepelosa, who was on the mediums to start off with, is on to another set of fresh mediums. Cole's onto mediums. Baby Girl onto mediums. Joe onto the hards. And Jet Atom and Teapot not pitting. They're still out on their 6-lap-old softs.
And Baby Girl also stopped.
Yeah, I think... Well, Pepelosa stopped as well, and he was on mediums. But I know Baby Girl had damage. Maybe Pepelosa had damage as well.
Oh, what an unfortunate outcome there for Benji. Really hard battle there. It all began at the first turn there with the overtake there from Pepelosa. He lost that position there, and then suddenly he was on the inside of that really slow corner there. He was also being defending Baby Girl off as he also passes Benji there. Then there was going to the S section with 3 cars with Benji, Baby Girl and Niak, and I do think Josh, he got tapped from behind. Maybe he didn't saw him, I don't know what happened, but he got tapped and he lost control of his car and spun it into the wall, and that's why we have this safety car right now. So as we are waiting for the safety car, on screen there you see the current championship points. Sam is in P1 there with 260 points there, following by Monty, who isn't racing at this race event. Jet Atom there in P3. P4 is Kung Fu, also known as Baby Girl. Benji in P5, Niak in P6, Coles in P7, Joa in P8, LMB in P9 there, and Ewan rounds up the top 10 with 53 points there. Looking at the constructors, you see the cars who aren't racing currently, as Benji did retire, are on the number 1 spot. And Sam and Teapot there in P2 there, as we're still waiting for the safety car to come in. Neon Cosworth, Outrageous Gaming isn't racing, and I think Jet at he is coming in. Oh, that's a really late call.
Yeah, the safety car started to like mixing it up when it comes in. So now this is going to be Josh's best opportunity to try and get past race leader Sam.
Yeah, he's off. He's up. Josh, it was awake. Oh, Sam didn't got a really good launch there, and LMB, Josh in the slipstream for that whole long straight there. Is Josh going to take a move there? It's really weird to say Josh as he is also into the commentary box. He thinks better of it. Sam, I think he uses a lot of ERS managers as we see some overtakes here at the back.
Coles gets past Teapot there. And our baby girl's also hassling Teapot as he goes through on the inside.
Oh, he keeps it. Oh, doesn't make the corner there. Oh, so dangerous to come on track there. Oh, he gets passed by 3 other drivers there. Niak also looking to make a move there on Teapot before the S section. Nope, not gonna happen. He has to wait. Niak going for a move there. I think. Yes, he got past.
Nice
him.
move there from Niag.
Yeah. Some tapping behind there from Lewis Johnson and Wondonks. Sam has pulled up a gap already out of the DRS range from Josh there. Josh is really looking good here in as his debut race, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a quick driver. We've seen he's a pretty fair driver as well. So I wanted to try and keep that gap to a minimum to Sam. Maybe try and pull out an undercut as we get further into this race. But I must say it's a bit unusual that no one tried to go on a different strategy. No one, when they all came to the pits, they all put on the tyres that they already had on.
Well, Joa went from the mediums to the hards, so I think he's going to try and finish the race on these, as he just passes Ewan. I think he just, he did one stop already.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how far A, the top 3 can take their soft tyres, and then B, when Pepulator, Baby Girl and Coles come in, put on their presumably soft tyres at the end, how quickly will they catch the top 3, as DRS is now enabled, but the top 7 are all separated by over a second. So onto Joe, UNK and Niag. Joe goes really defensive down the main straight, covering that inside line. Can Ewan go around the outside? He's gaining, brakes later. Goes around the outside. Joe leaves in the room. And on those, sorry, what were you going to say?
Yeah, the same thing as you, I think.
Yeah, on the soft tyres, just giving him that advantage. But Joe just needs to keep his head down, and soon enough, the soft tyres will start to fade.
As Josh in P2 there is in DRS range.
Yeah, he's tantalisingly, well, he's in it at the moment. Can he stick with it through this sector 2? Or sector 3 even? Really putting the pressure on Sam here. Is he going to... It seems like he's pretty strong through that last sector. And yeah, he's got DRS. Yeah, now it's enabled. He's going to now be gaining so much time on Sam down this straight, and in fact the next straight as well. But yeah, well, he's gone from being, what, 0.7 behind to 0.2? What, 0.2, 0.3?
Yeah, he definitely got a straight line speed setup there.
So if he can get ahead, if he's, you know, running a faster setup down the straights, hopefully he's got enough straight line speed to beat Sam. What other little battles have we got? UNK, Joe, Niag still not got past him.
Sam did pull a gap already. Sorry, I'm looking at Joa and Niak. And Joa is, yeah, he is on the hardest tire, but he's definitely going for that 1-star. So better not defend too hard here. They're gonna pass you anyway on a straight.
Yeah, he may as
Niak-
well just conserve his ERS because he's got none left. But now he's got a 4-second gap to Wongdong, so he should be alright for the time being. He's just got to try and stick with these soft runners, because soon enough their tyres will start falling off the cliff. But he's not going to wait that long. He looks to go around the outside, but Niag just has that speed with the DRS to stay ahead in 8th.
Yeah, I'm also very curious with Pepelosa and Baby Girl, because it seems that they can keep up with LMB there. And Baby Girl and Pepelosa are going for that soft stint in the race. So yeah, really exciting to see what strategy is the best one, especially when a safety car comes out that soon.
But yeah, Sam's now put a little bit of a gap to Josh, unfortunately. What other fights have we got? Niag on Ewan. And Ewan gaining on Coles as well. I'll just jump on Bibipup quickly as he makes a move on F1 high rise, down the straight, easy move, DRS. As simple as you like, up into P11.
Yeah, that straight at the start finishing line, that is the spot to overtake. Because in the S section it's so hard to do. Also at the session where Niak is going through right now and Wondunks and Vivid, but it's almost impossible to overtake there. So you got the back straight and after the small section there.
Yeah, the only well, the rest of the track you can only really overtake if someone makes a mistake ahead. But looking at Joa, if he's going to the end, he could be in prime position here because he's still not taking any penalties. Only him, Jet, is Jet still? Yeah, Jet's still disconnected, and Sam. So it's only him and Sam who haven't taken penalties yet. And as we saw last time with Jet Adam, not taking penalties is crucial.
Yeah, he jumped so high up there. I think he finished the line from P8 or something. And
Yeah, it's like P8 or to P4, P7 to P4 or something like that.
yeah, really jumped up high. I'll check the penalties right now.
I think Ewan's gone a bit wide. Coles has got... Oh, no, actually, I think Ewan must have got ahead of him. Yeah, I think Ewan got ahead of him down the main straight, and that's Coles down into P7 with Niag right behind. As commentator's curse, Joe picks up a 3-second time penalty.
LMB have 8 seconds and Vivid put 13. And the rest of the field is just a little bit spread out.
Yeah, the only gap that's under a second is this Ewan Coles Niag battle.
I still forgot to put the Josh and Jerry with the extra R.
But now
Oh,
Niag,
Niag. Yeah, go.
down the inside into turn 1. Outbreaks him, squeezes him to the outside. Cole sort of backs off, thinks better of it. And that's Niag up into P7.
Yeah, I also forgot the Christmas overlay. I see you. Oh well. That's Josh. He's in the DRS range again. Oh, Sam is saving his ERS. And Josh isn't.
How many penalties has? It's just got 6 penalties and Sam hasn't got any, so these two look quite similarly paced. So it's going to be difficult, I think, for Josh to win this. But you know, we're still, well, we're not even halfway through yet.
Well, I think if we look at the big winner for the position changes, it's definitely Baby Girl. He moved up 11 positions there from the start position. I think he started less because of his DNF in the qualification. So he's definitely looking for some good points. Also because he's on the medium tire, and Pepolosa is also, but they are similarly paced. But then penalties will come into play. And Baby
Yeah.
Girl, oh,
Like you say,
just
Baby Girl.
grabbed
Oh.
another one. If
Yeah,
you're
like you said,
talking about it, then he gets it.
Commentator's curse strikes once more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, Baby Girl, excellent. First few laps, to be fair, he made up, I think, 6 or 7 positions into turn, well, on the first lap. Or was he almost loses it? We should really stop talking about him because he's just made mistakes. As Sam is into the pits already onto those medium compound tires.
18 laps he needs to do. That's a lot. That's a lot of laps.
Yeah, and now what will Josh do? Will he just stay out trying to take these as far as he can? Because this is what I always hate, is undercutting and then a safety car coming out.
Yeah, that's why I prefer to go for the second stint on the mediums. And he also came behind GP there, Joa. So it's gonna definitely lose some time because he is on the hards, already 10 laps in. Also curious what Josh is going to do.
As
He's
I'm on board with them.
Well, he loses 2 seconds this lap.
I think he's probably going to come in. No, it stays out. Stays out, able to have fresher tyres at the end as Sam makes place up past Joa. And he's setting his eyes on Coles as Ellen B comes into the pits. All those medium tyres
5
again.
time penalty.
Oh, that's such a shame for him as well. But from my memory, he had about a 4-second gap over Pepulator and Baby Girl. So he should still come out in, well, net third, I'm going to say, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They just put him 12, 13 seconds behind Joa.
Look at Joa, yeah. Oh no, I thought it was Josh, was he still in? He has like 40% left on his, of 35 maybe, on his left front. So they're in the yellows, so the performance isn't that good anymore. It's really, because also the puncture for these tires are now around 60%, so I do think he's going for another lap. As Sam passes Coles there. Oh, on the outside. Coles keeps it in the inside, keeps ahead. And Sam just has sometimes just have to be a little bit more patient. Because on his back straight, he's always gonna I want to say inhalen, but that's Dutch. Take him over. Oh, as GP gets a really good run there on Coles. On the outside again instead of the inside. It's definitely going to be... he got it. He got
That's
it.
a good move there.
So do you think the hard tires is now the better one? Over 12 laps?
Oh, I don't know. I think... To be fair, yeah, it might be starting to get to that crossover stage. I've been watching the times up when Josh comes in.
Yeah.
But he's starting to lose some time to Pepe behind.
He lost like 5 seconds to his best time. Almost 6 seconds. So I think he stayed a little bit too long.
Yes, Ewan comes into the pits as well. Or Josh come out ahead of... Oh no, he comes out behind Joe. Yeah, he's lost a lot of time to Sam there. But maybe on the fresh tyres he can make it back up.
2 lap fresher.
Yeah. Well, you never know, Sam could maybe run into a punt at the end of this race. Who knows? We'll just have to keep watching and waiting.
And Baby Girl really has a lot of ERS left in his tank. He's gonna definitely needs to use that on these straights now, because Papalosa doesn't have anything on that straight. So if you can use like 10 or 12% on these couple of straights right now, on the first start finishing line and the second one, he's definitely gonna gain a lot. Maybe comes into the DRS section.
Yeah, Baby Girl is gaining a lot on Populosa.
Yeah, he definitely needs to use like 10 or 12% there. Get that extra speed boost. But then again, you don't know if Papalosa is running a higher, not a higher, but a lower downforce setup.
Yeah, you get really on that ERS either, because you kind of want it for overtake. You don't want to use it all up just to close in and then be stuck behind him.
Yeah, then you can pull away. So
As Josh is now right on the back of Joa. I think making a move. No, doesn't have DRS enabled even. So just wants to stick behind Joa for the time being.
oh, this is gonna cost him so much time. DRS on. No, he's not gonna get him here.
No, he's just got to stay patient as that F1 High Rise is in the grass. No damage on his front wing, I don't think, but I think he got tangled up in a Lewis sort of battle. This Baby Girl's at the pits, putting on those soft tyres with 13 laps to go.
As Josh making move, a very easy one over GP there. He's still on the hards, 15 laps on those hards. As Niek, what happened? Left the session.
I think he's probably disconnected.
Yeah.
Pointing the right way on the track. But no, Josh has, well, 4.7 seconds to pull, or to 4.5, 4.7 to gain on Sam, and then a further, 6 seconds in penalties. So Josh has got a lot of work to do here if he wants to win on his debut race here in Tier 3.
Sam didn't grab any penalties so far. This baby girl is winning so much time on LMB there on the softest tire, but he has to do like 12 lap on these, 13 I think.
Yeah, he won't want to take all the life out of these tyres too soon. As he was moved there not to go down the... Oh, he gets it through the final corner there. Side by side coming across the line, but gets ahead of L&B there.
Yeah, he also got the DRS, so definitely got the overspeed there.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but Pepulosa, he's not able to take those medium tyres to the end. Surely not.
No, his left front is at 27%.
Okay, so he must be coming in fairly soon then.
Yeah. You can also see it. It's like a graining on his left tire there. But he's also definitely going to lose a lot of time. He's coming in right now.
But I think what he's banking on is the fact that Baby Girl's tyres are going to drop off at the end of the race. They're back in the session. Josh is gaining time on Sam. It was 4.5 seconds, now it's 3.7. So
Well,
maybe Sam's just taking it easy, trying not to pick up any penalties, keeping it a clean race.
So what strategy is Josh doing? Soft? He's... Oh no, he's on the mediums. We lost the intervals for the F1 game, but I still have mine. Baby girl in P3 there. Pepulosa lost like 4 seconds. But he sees them. Inside of LMB, he has so much more grip in this last sector. Just look at him flying towards LMB there. So much more traction in this last part of the track. Finishing line, DRS on, easy overtake. Hello, goodbye LMB. I'm off.
Yeah, very easy there for Pepulosa, but up into 4th place. And only having 3 seconds worth of time penalties compared to Baby Girl's 9 means Pepulosa can be on for
Another podium.
another podium.
He's doing very good then, since he was joining the Tier 3. And he's also a very clean driver, so I'm really happy he joined TTM. It's not like he's doing really strange things when you overtake somebody else. Coles at the back of Niak with a tire advantage of 2 laps there. Really good conditions still on his tire conditions. He is trying to get into the DRS as indeed Josh. We see Josh. Indeed Josh, we see Josh. Closing that gap. but he has to pull away really long, like 6 seconds or something. I don't know how much time penalty he has, but
Yeah, 6 seconds. So he has got a bit of a mountain to climb here.
the
But yeah,
Scholes is almost in DRS zone. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, mate.
I've been watching his time, well, his time to Sam over the past few laps. It's kind of been varying between like sort of like 3.5 seconds to 4 second gap. So he's running a lot less ERS than Sam. So Sam is looking in a pretty comfortable position at the moment.
Oh yeah, I see. Sam isn't using any ERS. He's saving his. But those tires are definitely going to be in a window, because there's like already 40% wear on them. He got 62 as Josh grabs another penalty. I also need to keep my voice a little bit down now again, because it's already 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, that's not ideal for Josh. That picked up another penalty. But Jarrett is now catching onto the back of Ewan, taking full advantage of those soft tyres. Isn't quite in the DRS, isn't quite, or wasn't in the DRS range this time round. But how much time can he make through this first section, collection of corners? Just going to have to stick behind him for another lap. As we've got a little train behind them as well of Wongdong, Niag and Coles, all within about a second of each other.
Yeah, I do think still, also because of the penalties, I mean, like the penalties aside from Baby Girl, but moving from last place to third with 7 laps to go, it's just amazing performance there from him yet again.
Yeah, it's been good that he's kept his nose clean and just made those positions up, not being too hasty to try and get them. And yeah, so far another great performance from Baby Girl. There's a yellow flag. Coles has spun out.
Well, as GP and Ewan battling in turn 1, Ewan brakes late, tries to keeps it in the inside, doesn't make that corner, and GP Joa is ahead. But can Joa or Ewan take the back straight? No, GP has the DRS and stays in front. Oh, also only softer tire though.
But Joe has got 14 seconds worth of penalties here.
A big fight here in that last section for Lewis Johnson and FRN High Rise. They're both getting ghosted. Oh, ghosted because Josh is passing them. They need to step out of the way as Lewis Johnson comes into the pits.
I'm on board with Niag, the closest Bal in this race at the moment, who's trying to get 8th place off of Wongdong. Come in, us Baby Girl gets another 3-second time penalty. On this start finish straight now. It just doesn't look like Niag's gaining any time on him.
Well, you have to prepare a move. So better, since he's really close behind him, don't use your overtake, don't use your rich mix. Use a little bit of slipstreaming, put it on lean, try to save the overtaking, get a really good exit out of turn 1, and then try to make the move if you have a little bit higher downforce, because you're gonna be closer to Wongdongs in this section.
Yeah, very true there.
It's also the only battle within a second. The field is really spread out. Normally, like, there are a lot of battles and in this tier, but there hasn't been a lot going on this race.
Yeah, I think the undercuts didn't help. It's kind of spreading the field out, 'cause then the people who pitted later, they're all such similar pace that they just haven't been able to catch up.
Yeah, even though they had the tire advantages. As Niak is close, save this ERS, trying to use everything to pass Don the BT. Oh, he has to make a decision left, right, a little bit of grass. I need to quiet down a little bit, but I'm getting excited. Yeah, made a move. Really nice job. Oh, Josh takes up another penalty. So maybe Pepelosa can.
At this rate, I think Pepelosa is going to get second.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 9 seconds and he is in those
Yeah.
9 seconds. And he's also on the bigger tire advantage. Do you think Pepelosa still try to he's going to overtake Baby Girl on track?
I think if he gets an opportunity, may as well, because it's so much better getting. Well, I know he'll get second through penalties, but knowing that he got a podium on like merit on track will feel so much better than just being handed it because of penalties. But I'm sure he's not going to complain if he doesn't get the overtake done. So I'll still move up 2 places at the moment.
Yeah, really special from Sam there to not getting any penalties whatsoever. Let's see how the tires are from Sam. He's into the 50% range right now. So he got like 50% left on his tires. Josh a little bit the same. Baby Girl on the softs as well. Only 4 laps to go though. And Pepelosa has the better tires from everybody. And Joa, I don't think he has the telemetry settings enabled since his tires are still on 100%. So I don't think that's true. I will send him a message after.
But yeah,
win.
penalties wise, Joe has got 14 seconds to this battle for 5th place. It's a bit. It doesn't look really well. Obviously, we want to see battling, but it doesn't really matter because he'll still, if he gets past, he'll get dropped behind.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you there, but the one dogs almost touched the rear there from the. He came so close on the start finishing straight. He definitely has used everything he got into the tank because his ERS is completely depleted.
Yeah, Joe are now under a second in that DRS range. Coming through the final corner now, can he make a move down this start-finish straight? He looks to the inside, LMB doesn't really defend. Knows he's probably at a tire disadvantage there. And Joe moves up into 5th place for the time being.
He got 14 seconds or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, so he will drop behind LMB. But good racing there to get ahead and up into the top 5. Yeah, everyone's just a bit spaced out at the moment. Only one battle that's under a second now.
Yeah, and the guys after Coles are almost a lap down. So Vivid Bird, Teapot, High Rise, Lewis Johnson. So the P10 for Coles is almost secured already.
Josh has been reeling in Sam Lowe. It's now under 2 seconds. But I think it's too little too late at the moment.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you there. Nia got a moment of oversteer in the last section there as Wandongs of Windongs. Wandongs is really close. Yellow in sector. Oh, Wandongs loses it. Oh, sorry, I can't speak little loud, but oh my gosh, he almost hits the barrier there. Oh. You were saying about the gap, Josh?
The gap between Sam and Josh has been coming down, but I think it's a bit too little too late. I think these two have been very closely matched. If I look on board with Sam, yeah, Sam's got all the ARS in the world.
Yeah, I think
So-
he just saves it. Knows Josh has like 12 seconds of penalties.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what's the rush?
I don't know who's got fastest lap either, so Sam might be maybe going for a fastest lap on the last lap.
He's
just-
trying it now. He's using everything. But it's gonna be difficult on these mediums. Since it's like a 131, I think. Let's just check. 131, 116.5.
So Sam's going to try and... Who's got that?
Pepelosa, 116.5.
Yeah, so Sam's going to try and nick that extra point. And Sam the only one not to get a penalty so far. Watch commentators curse come in. As he pushes track limits there through sector 2.
Oh, it would be so disappointing for him in losing that in that S section. As we have our winner, TTM Sam. Shut up. The Mexican smoke is going into the air for him. Crossing the start finishing line. Is he going to grab that fastest lap? I don't think so. That is possible. What a lap, what a race. Top job there. And also very curious if Papelosa is gonna grab P2. Yo!
Madness there from Pepelosa.
What a drive. Joa
But-
into the stadium section. Crushing the finishing line. In P5, but I don't think he's gonna stay there. There's LMP. Ewan! P5! He jumps both of them.
Yeah, good race there from Pepelosa to keep it clean, making up those places with penalties. A good debut for Josh, showing that he's got the pace to fight at the top with the front guys. Baby Girl making it up all the way from the back up into 4th. So another good race from him.
Yeah, our winner. TTM Sam. Your driver of the day?
I think my driver of the day. It's gonna be Baby Girl. I think managing to keep it clean through the first few laps, making up all those positions. Just a shame he had so many penalties. But it's a close one between him and Pepelosa.
Yeah, I'm more towards Sam, to be honest. Paul, no penalties, and grabbing the win there by a big margin. So
Yeah, I could agree with that.
yeah, I'm going for Sam. I don't have the driver of the day link yet. I will post that into the Discord. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been feeling that good before this commentator race, so I'll quickly scroll through these things so I can do these standings correctly. In P1 there we have Sam. Pepelosa jumping 2 spots from Josh and TTM Baby Girl. in P2 there. Josh finishing off the podium. Can you invite those three guys and maybe Ewan? P5,
Yeah.
really special for him. TTM Baby Girl, P4, Ewan, what a solid drive from him. P5 there. Joan P6, LMB P7, Niak, Wandong Skull, Vivid Pup, High Rise, TTM Teapot in P13 there, Lewis Johnson in P14, Jet Atom, unfortunately he got disconnected I think, and Benji, I feel for Benji. Well, we have our guys here in the party. We are just waiting a couple of moments. What a race there. Intermediate conditions. New drivers. New podium runners. So special. Can you please mute your microphone if we aren't asking you any questions? So, our winner, TTM Sam. Pepelosa, can you mute your microphone for a quick second?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So, on to our winner. Didn't had much time to preparing himself for Mexico, like he said. It was a last minute change. Didn't had much practice. Got pole by a big margin in these intermediate conditions. Stayed in P1, did the strategy for soft medium, tried for the fastest lap on the mediums. What a brave move. Didn't work in the end, but you smashed it today. No penalties either. How are you feeling, Sam?
Oh mate, I'm over the moon, to be honest. Qualifying went very well. I mean, I'm a bit annoyed with my last lap. I was half a second up, so I would have improved quite a lot. But yeah, the race started. Had a fairly good start, although Josh had blinder. Just managed to keep it into turn 1 and 2, and then from there on, from up to the safety car, it was pure tyre management. My tyres were dead at the end, so Fozzers was a massive risk. But I tried to send it, so I'm happy with my performance tonight.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah, me and George were watching your final lap there, going through the S section, and I said to Josh, if you would bin it right now, holy moly, that would
I'd
be
eat
a
myself
shock.
out the window.
Yeah, indeed. Well, Josh, you want to do Josh?
Yeah. So yeah, congratulations to everyone. Josh, old teammate of mine in the mini series. We had some good battles. How did your first race in Tier 3 go? We saw qualified second, obviously good way to start off your Tier 3 campaign. And then yeah, throughout the race you were always sort of same sort of pace as Sam. I think towards the end you were reeling him in a little bit, but how did that race go for you?
Not bad, to be honest. Qualifying P2 was pretty decent for my first race back in a very long time. Got off the start really well. Think I was a bit too cautious into turn 1, and I think pretty much throughout the race I just couldn't quite keep up with Sam, to be honest. I was there or thereabouts, but I could never really close that final gap. He was just rapid in that second sector. Just kept making silly mistakes, getting penalties. Tried to reel them in at the end, but I think I got like 4 penalties. So at that point, you kind of think, "Oh, it's game over." But pretty happy with it overall.
Yeah, nevertheless, finishing P2 on track, dropping down to P3 with penalties, but still a great race back for you.
Yeah. Looking forward to the future.
Well, you did an amazing job there, Josh, on your debut, finishing the finishing line in P2 there, but unfortunately by the penalties. Pepelosa, you can unmute your microphone. Congratulations, your second race First race on the podium, your second race also on the podium. We thought you went a little bit later into the pit and thought you will lose your momentum there, but you kept it between the lines and finish in P2, man. How are you feeling?
Well, in my mind there was only one thing: don't get penalized, because mainly the penalties gave me the second place, and also you're right, because in my second pit stop I think I made the wrong decision, pitting later than Baby Girl, if I'm not wrong. And but in that lap, in the out lap after my pit stop, fortunately I got the fastest lap, so it is good to have that extra point. But congratulations to all, especially for Josh. Very clean.
Yeah, Sam took the win there with no penalties. I don't know if you mean him, but also Josh, the all podium. Then we're going to, congratulations there, Pepalosa. I hope we pronounce your name correctly, like Pepalosa, Pepalusa. Sometimes hard to pronounce, but congratulations there. If you could mute your microphone again, much appreciate that. Ewan! Ewan! What you done today?
I don't know.
Big up Ewan! I said to Josh, we need to invite him. I think it's maybe his best result into his season so far. And I always see you drive really clean and stable race, and finally get you in P5 there. Congratulations. How are you feeling? Maybe Josh Russell wants to say something about you, but top job there.
Cheers, Jerry. Yeah, no, I'm gonna say going into the race, this is one of my worst tracks. Kind of, as you can probably see with the back half of this season, not really a fan of any of the tracks second half. So performances recently haven't been great, but no, managed to somehow pull off P5. Don't really know how. Thankfully, kind of had Zhao and also Lewis pick up a couple penalties more and jump on the line. But yeah, I'm very happy with the race.
Yeah, congratulations. You deserved a good win, I would say, but P5 there, man.
That's a win for me.
Congratulations.
I'll take it.
Josh, you want to add something for the for any of the drivers, or?
Ewan, great drive there. We saw in qualifying that midfield pack it's so close. I think at one point it was like 0.4 seconds covering about 6 or 7 drivers, and then obviously towards the end, or at the end of the race, not picking up as many penalties as the guys ahead. Just all around great race from you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. Hopefully the same for in 2 weeks.
Yeah, for the people that are still watching, congratulations there, Sam, Pepalosa and Josh, and Ewan on P5 there. Thank you for watching. This is going to be our last Tier 3 race up to 2 weeks, because we have a holiday break and we're going to finish off the season in January. So hopefully we see you back then. And for now, have a great evening. Thank you for watching. If you haven't joined our community yet, there's probably some links into the chats of our social media, YouTube or Twitch channel. Press that and we're happy to receive you and set you up in this league. Thank you again for watching. It's been a pleasure again, Josh, commentating alongside you, and hopefully we see each other and everybody back in 2 weeks. Josh, you want to say something?
Oh, yeah, sorry. The pleasure's all mine, Jerry. It's great to commentate beside you. Good luck to Jerry in his charge for the Tier 2 Championship. We'll be back soon enough. I think we've got maybe have esports next week. We're still a bit undecided about that, but yeah. Don't worry, TTM will be back soon enough.
Yeah, maybe good thing to add there, Josh. Good from you. This week we also have 4 more TS racing. Wednesday is myself driving, and I can secure the championship. So definitely tune in there. I need to score 4 more points than SDC, and it would be an amazing Christmas present to accomplish that for the break. And on Thursday we have our Tier 1, where also Josh can secure the championship. Either Brenda has to win and Josh have to score 0 points, but he's also gonna try and get that Christmas present. Also, our Tier North America is racing next Thursday, and Tier 4 is upcoming Friday. We also have some spaces or spots left here at the Tier 3. If you want to join, do that now, because after the break we aren't inviting any more people, because then it's just too short of a season left. So Mondays we have 1 spot left, and Fridays we also have some spots left in Tier 4. Thank you for watching again. I'm going to show you our trailer for Season 2. Hopefully I grabbed the correct file, and we're gonna look at it right now. See you later. Peace.
DW wins in Monaco.
What is this P1?
What a drive, what a drive.
I want to see a show from you, Kez. We're top in the group here.
And Dynamic is coming round to finish up the race. Up the inside! He's done it! Poor Brenda, get in! This is Daisy! Daisy! Alistair as well! Come on! We are 8 months into this though. So I think it's fair to say we're only just getting started. I would like to welcome you to a whole new aspect of league racing. This season in TTM, we are going to make it as realistic as possible, which is why we are going to be introducing the following. Simulation damage. This could include punctures or DRS failures throughout your league races. Skill-based tiers, so there'll be wheel-to-wheel action in all our races and anyone can take that win. We will now be running a 15-race season voted by you guys. We could have the tracks like Austria, Canada, Singapore, Australia, Britain, Belgium, Spain, Brazil, Holland, or plenty more. Introducing a rebranded name, Top Tier Motorsport. Our Tier 1 has now been called the Top Tier, who will be running the F1 2020 cars, and the rest of the tiers will be running multiplayers like they always have done. We have team engineers who will be managing the overall constructors of all our tiers. A financial structure has been incorporated into the league, so teams can get penalties or driver transfers. As we are running an overall constructors, the lower tiers will have names very similar to the real F1 teams. TTM Fantasy League, where each week you can choose the drivers that you think will perform the best on that week. There will be the overall constructor that you can choose as well, and I must give credit to BFR Super Jelly Dog for this amazing idea. And finally, reserve drivers have made a comeback, but they can only reserve for their overall team. Full Quali has made its first appearance here at TTM. We've never done this before. This will allow drivers to try a different compound in Q2 so they can try a different strategy for the race. Now we have skill-based tiers, it really gives all drivers an opportunity to get into Q3. Are you ready for Top Tier Motorsport Season 2?